a lady. What did I say? I'm a lady, and I'm a lady all the time. I keep on moving, yes I am, I'm a lady. Hey, I'm a lady, and I'm a lady all the time. One more time, a lady. Hey, a lady. What did I say? I'm a lady, and I'm a lady. And don't you ever forget it, big boy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I just want to take the time before the next number to say hello. I'm glad to be here. And I love you. And God bless you. Now let me see. I have to go back and give the tempo to Les, so I set the tempo by my butterfly wings. Les, just follow the bouncing buns, okay? Go ahead. Well, you'll never know how much I love you. You'll never know how much I care. But if you reach your heart out to me, I get a feeling that is hard to bear. I get the fever, yeah. If you touch me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, yeah. And fever through the night. Ooh, hey. Would you clap your hands? Come on. Sun lights up the daytime. The moon lights up the night. I'll light up if you call my name, because I know you're gonna treat me right. You give me fever, yeah. If you touch me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, yeah. And fever through the night. Ooh, hey. All right. Well, now you listen to my story. Here's the point that I have made. This child was born to bring you fever. Fahrenheit or centigrade, I got the fever. If you touch me, fever when you hold me tight. Fever in the morning, yeah. And fever through the night. Yeah. You know I know that Romeo and Juliet, they had the fever. Yes, they did. They had the fever. Fever all through the night. Fever. Thank you. Woo. Thank you.
Would you believe she's working with 101 fever, that girl? I'm serious. It's normal for her. No, it's not. She really has got a fever, and we appreciate her. She wouldn't miss a show anyway with us. Hey, the other day is coming in, isn't it, huh? What time's the next tornado? Through the years, huh? Just stand by, huh? Through the years, we've had the privilege of bringing you many of the Miss World winners. This year, I think we have one of the loveliest young ladies ever to win that contest. Here she is from Sydney, Australia, Belinda Green, our Miss World. Right here.
Thank you, fellas. Gee, Bob, is this what's known as a standing ovation?
No, I'd call this more of a crouching ovation.
Anyway, they're loves. Do they always make this whistling sound?
That's when the steam is escaping, yeah.
Wow. And are they always this demonstrative?
Oh, sure. You should hear him applauding the sergeant in the shower. The petty officer, the chief petty officer. You should hear them, these Seabees.
Bob, I really appreciate the way you've been looking after me on this trip.
Please, no details, huh?
I mean, who else would take the time to come down and knock on my door every night and ask, is it locked? Is it locked?
Just give you the security you deserve.
You know, it's strange, but everybody seems to look after me.
Well, it's as good an angle as any, I guess.
I mean, wherever I happen to be, there's always some kind gentleman there offering to carry my luggage for me. Has this ever happened to you?
Once, and I'm still looking for the guy and the luggage.
You know, Bob, you have to be careful when you're in Italy. Just walking along the street, men come up and they pinch you.
You were pinched? Where?
Let's just say around the Colosseum.
Mighty pretty country around there. Solid marble. Say, let me ask you, Belinda, what do you suppose makes Italian men so sexy?
Italian women.
Really, I thought it was the pepperoni. But it's great to have you. How does it feel to be Miss World?
I can't believe it. When I heard them announce my name, I just swelled up with pride.
Anybody want to handle the next line? I think these fellas would like to know, Belinda, how did you get to be Miss World in the first place?
Well, they had an election and I won.
Oh, I could kill myself. I voted for Nixon. How'd you happen to get into the World Miss World contest?
Well, you know, I was studying accounting.
Accounting? You behind a desk? What a waste. That's like doing old Calcutta on the radio.
Accounting may sound dull, but working with figures can be very exciting.
Yes, and never more than right now.
You teasing me?
It's about even.
I was very young and they thought I needed experience, so I entered the contest, and the next thing I knew I was traveling halfway around the world with dozens of beautiful girls.
Sounds like the Henry Kissinger story. Belinda, what's it like in Australia?
It's become very Americanized.
Really? Well, maybe it'll heal.
You know, Bob, people picture Australia with kangaroos and aborigines walking hand in hand down the street.
Well, if they love each other, why not?
We have plenty of kangaroos, but you don't see them hopping around the supermarkets.
I don't know why not. They're built for shoplifting. You know, Belinda, 4 years ago we had a Miss World who was also from Australia. Why do you think your country produces so many beauties?
Who can say, Bob? Maybe it's because we have descended from the British and they're very handsome people.
Well, I was born in England.
Really? Maybe it's the fresh air and sunshine.
How did I get whiplash this far from the freeway? But it must be exciting to be in your position as Miss World.
It is, Bob, but I can't help looking ahead a year from now when all the glamour and adventure is over and I return home to Australia. Just another girl.
Just another girl. Oh, I tell you, honey, if you're just another girl, Liberace is the godfather. How do you feel about him? Diane Holloway, I love you.
It's being unfaithful.
Did you get him? Hey, did you get that? Marsha Woodson, I love you. How about this? Take those messages. There'll be a slight charge. I love that. Oh, I love that. Did you see the sign? No. Anything else you want us to say? Look at this. Over here, Woody. Get this when you get finished. Say, Belinda, how do you feel about a man's age? Is that important?
Why do you ask?
Oh, I'm a glutton for punishment.
Well, Bob, today it's impossible to tell a man's real age. They wear girdles and toupees and have facelifts and transplants.
That's Apache Junction, Arizona. How damn are you lost? Something funny about that Apache Junction. That's funny to find an Indian on Diego Garcia. How do you feel about a man's age?
Well, as I was saying, today it's really...
Boy, I was so rudely interrupted by Apache, Arizona.
No, it's impossible. It really is impossible to tell a man's real age now because they have facelifts and
They wear girdles and toupees and have transplants.
Yeah, those phonies. Is my head on straight?
It's true, Bob. Now it's the men who lie about their age.
I know. That David Cassidy is 60 if he's a day.
You're not like that, Bob. You'll retain that youthful enthusiasm and still have that spring in your walk.
What spring? That's suppose. Belinda, I want to thank you for coming along with us, and before you go, there's just a few words I'd like to say. You're just too You hit my coconut. You're just too marvelous for words. Like glorious, amorous, that old standby amorous. I'm not the only one that thinks that way either. Look at those faces out there. How about that one right there? Hey, come on up here a second. Come on up here. I want to talk to you. Look at this guy.
Excuse me, Bob.
Now tell me, what is your name? Say, Fuzzhead. Tell me, what's your name?
Manzara, Carl.
Carl Manzara?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, this is Belinda Green right here.
Yeah, it sure is.
Well, don't you want to shake hands?
I don't need to shake hands, man. I'm shaking all over.
What do you think of this fella, Belinda?
He's so charming, so polite. He seems like a perfect gentleman.
A perfect gentleman. Are you sure you're on our side? This is Miss World. She's from Australia.
Parlez-vous français?
Parlez-vous français? This is officer material if I ever saw it. Hey, soldier. Would you like to sing a few bars to Miss World?
Well, sure.
Wait, hold it, Seth. I have a terrible feeling we may be unleashing another Engelbert Humperdinck here. There you are. Go ahead, sing it with feeling. Go ahead. Wait a minute. Wait. Get your meat hook off of her. Build a little. Build. Slow, build. Mazzaroni. You're just
Too wonderful for words.
that's close. Stay in there.
Like glorious, glamorous, and that old standby amorous.
I may go on sick call.
You're just too wonderful, I'll never find the words.
You'll find the words. If you look at the cards right there, you'll find them. That's say enough.
That's say enough and tell enough. I mean, they just aren't enough.
What sincerity? I didn't know Chet Huntley had a son.
You're much too much and so very
Put down
much.
a 1 million five.
To ever be in Webster's dictionary.
I think his tonsil just struck oil right in there.
And so I'm borrowing
This is the
a
finished
love
part.
song from the birds.
Sell it now. Sell it, man.
To tell you that you're wonderful, much too wonderful for words.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bob.
Pretty good? How about that? Oh, damn. Man, you get a hold on her like a land crab. There she is, Miss Belinda Green, Miss World, right there. Let's bring Lola Falana out here once again. Lola Falana. Shut up, baby. What?
Yeah, I heard you said that.
What'd I say? What'd I say?
I can't say it, I hear.
I did not say anything wrong. Lola, this is the second time you've joined our Jolly Junket, and we really appreciate it.
I'm delighted to be here. It's such a kick to be standing out here and seeing all these men.
Well, they don't do a thing for me, I'll tell you.
That's because you're a man, probably.
Probably I may smash you with my purse. I've missed you, Lola. What have you been doing?
You must be kidding, Bob. I'm on the Bill Cosby show every week. Don't you watch it?
No, I don't like dramatic shows.
Come on, Bob. Everybody loves Cosby.
Oh, Cosby. I thought you meant Crosby. He's all right, Cosby, although I don't care for the way he works.
Why?
He gets laughs.
Bob, you don't have any competition. You're inimitable.
You're
Inimitable. I've never... My tongue gets in the way. I've never seen anyone do an imitation of you.
Don't be silly. What do you think Burt Reynolds has been doing?
You and Burt Reynolds?
Yes, I was offered that centerfold in Cosmopolitan, but I turned it down.
Why, were you chicken?
No, my hands weren't large enough. See, I had to cover up the cigar I was holding like that. I can't stand staples in my navel. Say, I really dig the way you dance. You really move. You know that?
That's because I love to dance, Bob. It's like free expression. It's my way of conveying a message.
Yeah, you may put Western Union out of business, I'll tell you that. Have you been dancing long, Lola?
Since I was 3.
No wonder you're out of breath.
I'm not out of breath.
Well, then maybe it was me. I knew one of us was breathing hard. Lola, you danced with Sammy Davis Jr. You've seen me dance. How would you compare us?
It's not a fair comparison.
Why not?
Well, there are left feet and there are right feet. And Sammy Davis has one of each.
I accept your challenge. Would you care to be dazzled first by my dancing or my singing?
Dancing.
Did you give him that line? Did you give him that line?
I can't help it if he's got good taste. Honey, you better sing first, because after you dance with me, you're going to be speechless.
Okay, let's go. What good is sing alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down your knitting, the book and the broom. Time for a holiday.
Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to my cabaret.
Come taste the wine.
Come taste the wine.
Come hear the band.
Come hear the band.
Come blow the horn, start celebrating. Right this way.
My table's waiting.
No use permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away.
Oh, life is a cabaret, old chum. Life is a Super Bowl of laughs.
Life is a ball of gas, a blast. Come to the cabaret. Come to the cabaret. Now we get into the smooth material.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
Hey!
Looking good, baby.
Follow me, Mama. Life is a cabaret, old chum.
Come to the cabaret.
How about Dean Martin? What the hell are you, a drunk or something? What made you think of Dean Martin? The way I stagger after I dance? You know, we're so happy to have this guy. We finished the show. Red Fox and I did a show about 3 weeks ago. And it was so good. And during the rehearsals, he said to me, "Where are you going Christmas?" I said, "We're going to Far East." He says, "You know, I've never been out of the States. I'd like to go." And boy, we were thrilled because he is really one of the most popular guys on television today. Here he is, Mr. Red Fox.
Thank you. Hope you saw the show. Merry Christmas to all of you. I'd like to say that first. I mean it. Christmas don't mean too much to me because when I was a kid, we were so poor, it was just the 25th of December. I mean, I'm not kidding you. We were poor. I remember Christmas of 1932. My dad went outside the house and shot the rifle and came back in the house and told all the kids Santa Claus just committed suicide. I knew he was lying. I knew I didn't believe in Santa Claus. I knew wasn't no white guy coming in our neighborhood with a red suit on. Especially at 12 o'clock at night, ain't no way. Yeah, but this is a wonderful Christmas. We don't have too much snow or nothing, but I know you want to hear about women. I'll tell you about one I met a couple of weeks ago in Las Vegas. She was built like a brick shipyard. That was close. Yeah, she was beautiful. She was sitting at the bar, and I went over to say a few words to her. And she thought I was getting fresh, and she moved over. She had about 15, 20 drinks, and slid down off the bar stool and got ready to go. Bartender said, "Just a moment, honey, you have a check here." She said, "Well, I don't have any money, honey." She said, "But listen, can you take it out of this?" And the bartender said, "Ain't you got nothing smaller?" Well, there you go, fellas. I met my present wife in the bar. Some of you guys married to ugly women ought to be glad you're here. No, sometimes you get drunk and ask a chick to marry, and I got me an ugly one at home. I'm not kidding. I'm glad to be here myself. My old lady looked like me with a dress on. I was laying in bed with her the other night. She thought I was Jesus. She said, "Fox, can you rise?"